this is Tommy, and welcome to another musical adventure. To my left, you may see I have a special guest in the house. This is Sam St. John. Say hello, Sam, to everyone.
Everyone, hello.
Yeah,
it's an honor.
Sam is with me today, and if you don't know, Sam St. John has a YouTube vinyl community page, and if you haven't subscribed to his channel, what are you waiting for? Get over there and subscribe to his channel. He's got some great content. Talks a lot about some cool music. Bob Dylan, Van Morrison, and who are we talking about today?
The Monkees.
The Monkees. We got the Monkees. Sam and I had the great pleasure of seeing the Monkees on their farewell tour, if I can speak. We went and saw them, and we want to talk a little bit about the show. It's an ongoing tour. It's going through when, November?
Late November, I believe.
Late November.
Yeah.
Look, I'll be honest with you, Sam. I was on the fence about this show. I wasn't sure. I knew it was billed as a farewell tour. And we take those things with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
I mean, how many farewell tours have the Who done? And they're still touring.
Kiss.
Kiss. Kiss has been saying goodbye for a while. I do honestly believe this is a farewell.
Oh, absolutely.
I think this is it. I think that I think that Mickey Dolenz will continue to tour.
Yes.
I think we'll see Mickey Dolenz on the road making music. I don't think we'll see Nez.
I don't think so.
Of course, if you're asking, it's Michael and Mickey.
Michael and Mickey are the two surviving original members.
Yeah. And they put out a live album last year, this one. Some of you probably have it, The Monkees Live, the Mike and Mickey Show, the two surviving members of the Monkees. I think you and I both have talked about this on our channels.
Correct. Yeah, it's a killer album. And also I do videos with my friend Glenn Kellaway in Canada, and we ranked our Monkees songs, and we both swear up and down by this album. I mean, it's a fantastic representation of the Monkees' later years, and it's well produced. The sounds like anything in the studio, with the excitement of the Monkees, with some stories interspersed here and there, which really add to the live flavor of it.
Definitely, it's a great record, worth checking out. Well, this record came out last year amidst COVID lockdowns. There was no touring, so they announced this tour that they were doing as sort of a farewell. A farewell to the fans, a farewell to just doing Monkey stuff. Most people know Nesmith has been kind of on again, off again for Monkees music for a while, and particularly playing it. I saw Nesmith for the first time solo on the Movies of the Mind tour back in 2013. And he was doing, there were no Monkey songs in that show. It was completely Nez solo. And those of you that watch my channel, you know I've said this before, and it's kind of almost a heresy. I like Nesmith better than the Monkees. I love the Monkees. Don't get me wrong, I'm not putting it down. I absolutely adore the Monkees.
I do too.
But I do like Nesmith as a solo artist, so I didn't mind seeing Nesmith by himself singing Nesmith solo songs. But I was on the fence about this show. And one of the things that sold me was the opportunity to hear Michael Nesmith sing Monkees songs that Michael Nesmith wrote. Mike and Mickey are my two favorite Monkees, probably.
Same.
I saw them on the Good Times tour in the 50th anniversary back in 2016. A great show. It was Mickey and Peter. Davey was no longer with us. I never saw Davey live. So I also felt like this was an opportunity to see Michael Nesmith with Mickey.
Yeah.
And so it kind of was a checklist of, well, I've seen the three of the Monkees. And so that was a big deal. So those of you that know the live album, that we've talked about, is probably familiar that the concert really consists of the greatest hits and deep cuts.
It's really 50-50.
It is 50-50. I might even say it's 70-30.
It could be.
I think the rule was Nesmith said that there's 6 songs that they have to do. And if they do those 6, I think it's I'm a Believer, Stepping Stone, Daydream Believer, Pleasant Valley Sunday, Clarksville, and there's another big hit in there somewhere. Maybe it's 5. It was 5 or 6. Like Nesmith thing is like if we do those songs, like the crowd, we can play pretty much anything. And they follow that rule.
Oh yeah.
And so So we saw him last night. Now, there's been some reports, and I've talked about it in one of my live streams early on in the tour, that Nesmith is frail. His health isn't well. A lot of people felt like there's been accusations of elder abuse that have come out. I mean, what do you think?
Definitely that was probably the biggest surprise of last night. It wasn't a surprise because we'd seen the pictures. If you're on any kind of Monkees sites following them, I mean, if you were just a casual Monkees fan, it might have shocked you a little bit more. But early on in the tour, Nez was sitting on a stool. He hasn't picked up the guitar yet, as far as I know. I know they have his guitars there just in case he's feeling up to the challenge. So Nez, he stood up for probably 80% of the show. There were a few Mickey songs that Nesmith wasn't really required in that he sat down and kind of was watching the show with us. But
singing along.
He was singing along off to the microphone just like we were, in the stands.
Mouthing the words, He was very, to me, cognitive.
Yes.
He was involved in the show.
Big smiles, big
smile.
twinkle.
Now, early on, I think he had a cane. I never saw a cane last night.
No, it wasn't on the stage.
He did sit down. He does leave the stage during A Little Bit Me, A Little Bit You, which I think is hilarious because Mickey Doll says, Neil Diamond, and Nez, and he comes right back, which is funny to me, but it's just that one song. It's like you tell, I'm not having anything to do with it. They structured it well. It's a 2-part show. There's an intermission. They structured it quite well, I thought, and the way they did the second half of the show, they brought Mickey out to do Porpoise Song.
Mickey and a couple members.
Yeah, very stripped down, and let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
That Porpoise Song.
Yeah, it was killer because, again, it was 20 minutes. Tommy and I, we got to rush out to the merch. We grabbed a couple of cool shirts. Really cool stuff in the merch table if you can get it during the intermission.
And afford it.
Yeah, and afford it. Yeah, Tommy and I are eating saltines today.
We were paying for it now.
But Mickey came out. His sister Coco, who's been a long time backing vocalist, she came back with them. Their keyboard player and their guitarist, and it was just the 4 of them. And Mickey kind of leaned up against the keyboard and sang Porpoise Song.
Beautiful.
Like if you closed your eyes, it was like you were listening to the soundtrack, only more stripped down.
Beautiful.
It was like a really cool demo almost of the song.
Yeah. And then Mickey came out and did that.
And then he left.
And then he left, and Nesmith came out and did While I Cry, which never performed on any Monkees tour that I know of. Very emotional. He tells a very emotional story. You can probably find videos on YouTube about it. That was a highlight for me. As a Nesmith fan, that is one of the first Nesmith songs that drew me in to Michael Nesmith as a writer. And it went beyond the Monkees for me. It was that song. That was one of the songs that when I first heard it, I was like, this guy just speaks to me on his whole level. And so to hear him sing it, and he's in good voice.
Yeah, he's hitting. He hits the big notes on Circle Sky and Sunny Girlfriend.
Yeah, he's in it. He really is in it. And like I said, that was nice to see. Because, the early reports of the tour is like, oh, Nesmith's out of it, Mickey's carrying the show. Look, I'll say this. There is a stark difference between Mickey Dolenz and Michael Nesmith as performers. Mickey Dolenz is all over the stage. He's working the band, doing the whole 9 yards, and doesn't miss a beat. Mickey is a showman.
But to be fair, that's always been the case.
That's always been the case. Nesmith, though, I think the big thing for Nesmith, he seemed to me to really be enjoying the crowd and the feedback from the crowd, the love. He seemed to really do that. Talk for a second about Daydream Believer.
Yeah, I was about to interrupt you and say, Daydream Believer, that's one of those songs, everybody knows it. It's one of the couple Monkey songs they ever play on the radio, unfortunately.
It's huge, yeah.
And it's probably one of the ones that Nez hated when they did it.
Yeah.
But when he did it, and ever since Davies passed, a lot of them, the older tours, they would have Davies' vocals piped in through the sound system, and the band would be playing live. But
that's what they did when I saw them.
But now these last couple of years with the Mike and Mickey show, Mickey is taking on the vocals, which is good. It's almost, I think it's about the same key, and the crowd of course has their cell phones with the flashlights. But Mike, they were sharing a microphone at one point, and Mike was just looking out in the balcony. He was looking out on the crowd because they have lights on the crowd. And
the waving lights.
The lights and the cell phones, but his eyes had this twinkle, and I told Tommy on the way home, I think he was really taking that in, thinking I'm not going to be doing this song many more times.
Yeah.
And as much as I might have hated it, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, like it's starting to hit me now.
Yeah, he really was. I think really soaking in the audience and the feedback from that, and the show does lean heavily on his compositions, which I'm sure keeps him interested. Songs like Annie's Municipal Court, Mary Mary, Girl I Could Love, even songs that Mickey sang in the
Good,
first
Clean
run.
Fun.
Good Clean Fun. It was a Nez heavy show. Papa Jean's Blues,
Which is prime for us.
Yeah, Door into Summer. I mean, all of that stuff is there, and Mickey hits his stuff. And I think a lot of it, Mickey defers to Nesmith in a lot of the songs because they are his songs. And I think, you can tell Dolenz is a big fan of Nesmith, the writer.
Which is evident, yeah.
And that's, of course, one of the things in the show, not this one, I got the wrong one, yeah. One of the things in the show is from this record, the Dolenz Sings Nesmith record, Mickey Dolenz. He put that out this year on 7A vinyl in CDs. You can get it. Of course, this one I'll show it to you guys because it's a turquoise color, which is pretty cool. Throwback to the Harry Nilsson Sings Randy Newman, also a great writer. But anyway. They do different drum. They do this arrangement of different drum from this album produced by Christian Nesmith.
About the third or fourth song in.
Yeah, you talked about this on your channel. You gave a great review of this album. This album is the sleeper album of this year.
Yeah.
It really is. If you're on the fence about this album, don't be. I think we both give it.
Yeah.
It's
and
a total
especially
thumbs up.
if you like the Good Times production, especially, I mean, it's that same kind of fun on this album, and the completely different arrangements from the Nez tune, so it's like new songs.
It's a great. This is a surprisingly good album.
Yeah.
I mean, and like I said, I can't say enough about
Yeah,
how
good.
good this album is. It will really surprise you at how good it is. The quality of the production, the songs. It's good. And so I was kind of hoping we would get some of that on this show because it's a new album. Hey, let's face it, they're promoting stuff. So it was great that and of course it's a hit. Different Drum is a hit, so it's an easy one. But I think my overall takeaway is if you're like me or like I was and on the fence about this show and you're not sure about it, and I know there's and I'm not going to get into this because it doesn't matter. There's COVID protocols. Check your venues. I think they're trying to keep everybody safe, particularly the band members. Don't even bother commenting on that. I'm just going to tell you right now. I don't want to hear it. You have a choice to go or not go. But if your choice is to go and see these guys one last time, I say do it. It was really the band.
Tight band.
The band is nailing it. Great players. The harmonies are there. To hear Mickey and Mike sing "Me and Magdalena."
Me and Magdalena, that's my favorite Monkees song. I told Tommy we were sitting down, so I said that's the one where I'm gonna want to see it, not how to take it in.
Yeah, it was a great version.
Yeah.
If you're watching some of the YouTube videos, the quality, I'm gonna tell you this: cell phone videos don't do it justice. Go see these guys, and if you're a fan of this music and have loved this music like we have, I can't think of anything. You got to go see the show. So check your venues, check your dates, and our show was sold out.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of them are, but you check that as well. But there's a lot of people that are moving tickets around, so check that as well. Last thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, I woke up this morning singing the tunes. On our ride home last night, I was singing the tunes. So I mean, that's what you're gonna end up leaving with. I mean, and you'll if you're a big Monkees fan, you'll regret if you have the opportunity to see them and choose not to, you'll regret it. It's that good.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So Sam, thanks man. It's been a blast. Thanks for coming on the channel.
Yeah.
Thanks for going to the show and having me along. It's kind of cool to go see Michael Nesmith. I should never be on the fence about going to see Nez as a Nez fan, but and Mickey is absolutely fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Just and so it's been a lot of fun. It's been great hanging out. But thank you guys for watching. Like I said, check out Sam's channel if you haven't done it. Of course, if you're here for the first time on me, subscribe. Do the thing, comment, let us know what you think. Have you seen a show? Are you planning to go to a show? Let us know down there and comment. Let us know what you think. hey, thanks for watching. We both appreciate you guys checking into this stuff and seeing what we've got. We enjoy, bringing you stuff and showing you stuff. It's always great fun. That's what the VC is all about. So really enjoy that. I appreciate it. And so you can say it along with me. Let's do it. In the meantime, save the Texas Prairie Chicken.